All right, everyone, welcome back to the Gamers Podcast. We are Gamers. I'm your host, Justin. With me, as always, is Lawrence.
Hey, everybody.
And we have the lovely Team Benevolence with us.
Hi, guys.
Um, we thank you guys for hanging out with us this week, especially last weekend. We had our TK Day, which was just a celebration of Tecmo Koei games and really just the TK family community in general. We all got to hang out with each other, play games, and it was really just a lot of fun. And we just want to take the beginning of the show to say thank you guys for participating, those that did participate. And it really means a lot to us when you participate in our events like this. So thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you, everybody, for participating in the TK Day events, the tournaments, the contests, and following along on our Facebook and Twitter for all the different Tecmo Koei-related happenings throughout our channels and through our social media. So thank you guys for being an active part of the TK family and the Tecmo Koei community.
Right, and one of the things that was going on during the TK Day that really needs more recognition, Team Benevolence was actually doing a game marathon for charity. We had retweeted it a few times, and before we get too deep into the other things that were going on, like the tournament and the contest, if you could just go into a little bit about like what inspired you to do this, how it went, and just your experience with your marathon.
It was for Sick Kids Foundation, which is like a local Edinburgh-based hospital that obviously works with sick children, and it's basically every year someone on Twitter called Sick Kids Safe Point. They have every year they hold this marathon to raise money for it, and I thought, well, this year it just so happened I was on holiday at the time, so I was like, well, I might as well do something productive for the sort of game I make. So yeah, I basically set up just my Just Giving page and just went for it, really. I started about 10 on the Saturday morning, and then it took 4 hours. Then it was fine up until about sort of 3 or 4 in the morning. That's when the lag starts to hit. I was just sitting there playing Hotel Dusk on my DS, and I could feel myself falling asleep. And that's not to say it's a bad game or anything. I was just that long, so I just switched my PS3 on. Sort of finished up with some Sengoku Basara and then Warriors Orochi Free, and that sort of kept me going until the end. That was fun.
Oh yeah, you got to go high octane at the end, because I'm afraid, like, my fear was when I saw you doing this, I was like, see, she's going to do something like Silent Hill or Fatal Frame at the end, and it's just not going to go well.
No, well, I did play a bit of Fatal Frame, but I was just like, because I was doing sort of the end of chapter 6. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's like, you're in one of the houses, and you're basically have to fight this little creepy girl ghost and her twin doll. And, it is not fun, because, there's this new thing in Fatal Frame where it's like, the ghosts do this thing if you get a just kill on them, which they actually do this thing where it's called a Dark Return, where they basically regain half their health, and they use basically desperation attacks on you, and they are really fast. And they did that for me, and I was not happy. And then at the start of chapter 7, you actually have to do this bit where you get chased by the main antagonist side. She basically chases you about the hallways. It's one hit kill if she hits you, so there was no way I was going to do that on the day, because it's so scary just thinking about actually doing that. So yeah, I was just sticking to sort of button mashers.
Oh yeah, you got to do something that's gonna either hold your attention or something that's got like a lot going on to I guess keep you stimulated and keep you awake.
See,
yeah.
I would need to be the one to play like the scary game toward the end to keep me awake, because the high octane action games like the button mashers, I would fall asleep during that.
See, I don't know. I don't think you can fall asleep playing Sengoku Basara. I don't think it's humanly possible.
I've done it. That's the weird thing. Granted, it was after like a 24-hour, stay up, but still.
Oh well, okay then.
No, but still, even on days where I stay up for like just a normal amount of time, and I could be playing something like Dragon Ball Z, like on the PS2 days, playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, I'd be like, Hame, and I'd just fall out. And the last thing I remember is like, why am I at the main menu? Oh, The fight's over. Well, so I would need the scary game just to jolt me awake.
Right. Now hold on. I stalk your Tumblr quite frequently. And I've noticed, Michelle, that you have a lot of Sengoku Basara stuff on there.
Yeah, but
No, I was just saying, I know you have a lot of stuff on there. How? I'm assuming you finished the what is it? The last one the US got was Sengoku Basara 3, Samurai Heroes.
That's about the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we got.
Actually.
Yeah, I mean, we got the first one, Devil Kings, but that was
no. We don't speak of that.
Talk about that.
We don't speak of that.
Oh, okay, my mistake.
That game that must not be named.
That was a dark time. That was a very dark time.
Before the Empire. But yeah, we only got Sengoku Basara 3, which is Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes. Which, yeah, I think that would be a good ranting point for any Sengoku fan, right, Michelle?
Oh God.
Hold on, is that the only one we've gotten?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the thing that helps Sengoku get by that in a sense is that the stories, they link, but they don't link. Like, the stories are progressive 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2 heroes, 3, and then 3 utage, but the stories themselves don't exactly tie in that manner. Like, you could play 3 without knowing 1 or 2, and you'd still be able to jump right in.
Right, that's right.
Because of the timeline.
Because what I did was I randomly saw a trailer for Samurai Heroes on PlayStation Blog, and I was like, oh my god, I need this in my life. So I got the game, and then my little brother was like, you know there's an anime that goes with that, right? So played a little bit of the game, watched the first season because it was on Netflix. Thank you, Netflix. Had the first season of Sengoku Basara. And the second season is out on DVD with Funimation. It's been dubbed already, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think they at least started.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the second season's been done. It's like the next thing out is the movie's out in the US in November, I believe.
Okay. I did not know we were getting the movie, but that is awesome. Funimation wins again.
Do you know, Michelle, by any chance, if we're getting the live action drama that they did in Japan?
I really doubt that.
Well,
I really doubt. I mean, it's like Capcom don't really seem to have an interest in sort of Basara.
Oh, jeez. Don't mention that company's name right now. I'm in grieving.
Happy birthday, Mega Man!
It's your 25th anniversary, but your company doesn't give a damn.
It's a shame that the best Mega Man, that the fans have done Mega Man a better celebration than the company, but that's for another day. No, I have to say, I actually really enjoy the Sengoku Basara series. Like, as a whole, I enjoy the anime, I enjoy the movies I've seen. The game is incredible. It's like Devil May Cry meets Dynasty Warriors. How can you not like that?
Yeah, it's very fun, the Sengoku Basara games. I only have Sengoku Basara 3, or Samurai Heroes as it's known in the US. So I only have that one. I was hoping and begging and pleading we'd get Utage, because Utage fixes so many of the issues that 3 had. All minor issues, but Utage fixes all of them.
Like?
And yet, well...
No, let's say, like having Kojiro. That was my major issue.
Oh god, Kojiro is so much fun to play as. Because I've got Utage, and I was just like, that's the first character I'm going for.
Oh man, my little brother imported it. Kojiro is not fair. He's really not fair.
One of the characters I would have liked to have played as was actually Kenshin. Just to see his ice sword style. I mean, yeah, he looks similar to Mitsunari.
Oh no.
But that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see where exactly is that similarity lie, and where does it stop?
Like
It really just looks like they both draw from the sheath and do, you could say, bato jutsu or ai jutsu.
that's where the similarities start and end. Because my older brother imported it, like I said. Mitsunari's more about like chaining all your attacks together for like just one flowing combo. Kenshin is about quick strikes. Wow. Okay, move on. If he doesn't get you in the first combo, it's kind of a problem. Because I was just seeing my brother do the versus mode. On average, his matches lasted about 7 to 8 seconds. I'm sorry.
Wow.
What the how? So yes, Kenshin is definitely. They look similar, but once you actually start playing as them, you'll feel the differences right away.
Yeah, I wish I could import that right now. But my only problem is I need a translation guide and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Capcom.
It could be worse. It could be Namco Bandai.
Well, Namco Bandai would at least release it, but they'd translate the words into, English at least.
Well, no, I have to say no. Namco Bandai has gotten a lot better, especially with the Tales series. I guess after 5 years of Americans saying, "Hey, we actually like Tales. Give us Tales."
There's actually a report about that I read that the heads at Namco were there like 5 or so years ago were the ones pushing to not release Tales games in the US because they didn't want to risk it. And then eventually all those executives got fired.
Wow.
And the executives that are there now want the Tales series in the US. Because now I've read nothing but interviews about these guys saying they want Tales to succeed in America. So
their fan base wants Tales to succeed in America.
Yeah, so now Tales is actually in the forefront for Namco. So it's kind of interesting twist. Like I said, it's just conjecture I've heard. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I just read a report that those guys who were there before in the past got let go because they were so obstinate against the idea of, let's release Tales games in the United States. It made no sense to be against it. It's a Japanese RPG in the traditional sense, in a market where we're lacking traditional Japanese RPGs. So, but that's probably another topic for another day.
Right. I will say, Tales is insanely fun.
Yes.
Bring more of them over. Hopefully, Capcom will realize that there is a following for Sengoku Basara here, but I guess I don't even know what it is. They're afraid of competing with Dynasty Warriors? ? That I don't know.
Point blank, and I'll just be blunt with it. Their heads are up their asses.
Yeah.
Really, the vice president at Capcom, I think in America, his answers just come off as too snarky for his job position. It's just kind of, it kind of hurts any in the U.S. and it'd be really nice to see more of it in America. And they blew so many promotional opportunities with Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes, and then they blame the fans for it failing.
I say, if you don't, like I said, I found it randomly on PlayStation Blog. Like if I hadn't have looked at my Google Reader at that exact moment in time, I never would have known about it.
I saw the demo, and I saw the names, and I recognized the people because I look over the Japanese history and, of course, playing Samurai Warriors in the past. So I saw the names on the demo, and I was like, oh, what is this? And then I played the demo for it, and I was like, oh my god. I was hooked right there. Michelle, how did you discover Sengoku Basara?
I think it was just because I saw the game going cheap in HMV. I think it was like sort of returned about £8. So I was just like, oh, well, I know the character, so I'll give it a try.
Oh wow, that's good.
I will say, one area Sengoku Basara excels at is making their characters different. And like when I mean different is the kind of like what Dynasty Warriors is doing now. Each character feels different, even if they have like similar movesets. They feel different. They play different. They sound different. Their motivations are different. It's really character driven, and I am a sucker for character driven stories, games, etc.
Yeah, it really gives their history a different twist.
Yes.
especially with stories that range from as almost lighthearted as like Keiji seems to be in Sengoku Basara Samurai Heroes, and then you have stories as dark as Oichi and Nobunaga,
or as dark as Keiji and Samurai Heroes.
Keiji, or yeah, toward the later end, isn't it?
No, his whole thing is just I don't want to. Well, what? It's been out for a year and a half now.
It's been out for like a year and a half to almost 3 years, I think, almost.
His whole story is him failing to deal with the death of Toyotomi, and just like everything he does to quote unquote cope with that.
Yeah, his backstory is more grim than anything. The forefront of his story is him being chipper and cheery about everything, especially around the Uesugi when he finally joins them. But yeah, his backstory does get kind of grim. Even the what's it called?
Yukimura's story in 3. Oh my.
Oh.
Yeah.
If that doesn't.
Yukimura's story in 3 and even Masamune's to some degree.
Masamune starts his opening cinema is, hey, look, everyone you care about dies. Well, then now that that's happened.
Yeah. Well, now that that's happened, let me ride off into the sunset.
The worst part is
while standing.
Your name.
The worst part is like Michelle just said, Mitsunari pulls a bison on him. For me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is about Mitsunari. I absolutely love his character.
I can tell you what it is for me. Troy Baker is amazing.
Yes.
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
Troy Baker is absolutely amazing. Oh. I think the voice acting is actually really good for all the characters. It's not just him, but oh my God, just the way he's screaming for Ieyasu.
That's what sold me on the game right there, because the trailer they showed was just it's Ieyasu, Masamune, Yukimura, and Mitsunari, and just hearing him as Mitsunari, it's just incredible.
Yeah, I think that was my first knowing exposure to Troy Baker, because when I heard Mitsunari's voice, I was like, who is this guy? And then I looked it up, I'm like, oh my God. And then I look at his voice credits, and then I geek out going, he's going to be Pain in Naruto? From that point on, I was a Troy Baker fanboy for any voice he did.
No, what's hilarious, I don't know if you watched Code Geass at all?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Schneisel. Prince Schneisel. His one of his older brothers, Lelouch's older brothers.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's hilarious. When that came out, Schneisel and Pain were the same person at that point. Their plans were exactly the same.
Yeah.
I will shock the world into not wanting war anymore, and when they do have war, I will shock them again.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
no, Troy Baker is awesome. Hopefully, hold on, let me check the guest list for Otakon next year. Hopefully he'll come there. Because last time I went to Otakon, Crispin Freeman was there.
Lucky.
Yes, very. It was Crispin Freeman. No, I'm sorry, that was the year before. The last time I went, Vic Mignogna was there. And I got my Persona 3 hat signed by Vic Mignogna. So.
Wow.
Guess who's going to be at the London Expo next week? Liam O'Brien's going to be there.
I'm throwing my stuff in my room. Oh.
Oh, wow. While just listening, throwing his things, Michelle. So who are, aside from Troy Baker, who are some of your favorite voices in Sengoku Basara?
I'd say Johnny Young Bosch. Just because of the sheer vocal power he has for screaming.
When he finally sees Takeda, right?
Your Lordship!
He freaks out when he sees Shingen on top of the mountain.
Well, the man can ride up a hill on horses, like standing on a horse like they're roller skates, just up the hill. I'd freak out too.
Yeah. I will say I know Ruben Lagden has been, a tried and true VA as Dante, but I will say his voice work as Masamune was great.
Yes.
He fit Masamune to a T. Like I thought the one thing that would be weird with Masamune is the English of him speaking English in the Japanese version and then all that translating, but they really just decided to just go, you know what, he speaks English, just keep it that way.
Although I have to say, Funimation knows their audience because the first scene of Sengoku Basara, Masamune gives the memorable line, "Are you ready, guys?" And it is in his classic English. Funimation, not even trying to deviate from that, they said, you know what? We know what our fans want. Our fans want to hear Masamune say, "Are you ready, guys?"
Yeah!
That's what they want. Yes, so Sengoku Basara and TK Day, that happened.
It's partially TK related.
No, it is.
Samurai Warriors, Sengoku. Yeah, okay.
It is very TK related. It was part of the marathon. It is an awesome series. And yes,
if you don't like it, you're not American.
You're not human if you don't like it. Get off my planet.
I just threw that out. You're not American. It's a Japanese series. Well,
details.
Yeah.
So that was that. We also had the Dead or Alive tournament.
Yes.
And hold on, before we get into just how much fun it was, there were some issues as far as like setting it up, connection issues. Murphy's Law in full effect. A patch comes out. Well, this came out yesterday or over the weekend?
The patch? It came out, if I'm not mistaken, Monday.
So right after we have our tournament, a patch comes out that addresses one of the issues they mentioned in the release notes is it addresses lag. There was some serious lag during our tournament. Not that it would have mattered, because the matches that had lag, it was pretty one-sided anyways, and the lag was kind of fixed by the time we got to the finals. Well, on the PlayStation side anyways.
Yeah, and the final match was the only one that was really a back and forth affair.
Right.
Yeah, that one went down to the wire, 3-2.
Yeah, I hope we had someone, if you check our Facebook fan page, someone was awesome enough to record a few matches and upload them. I hope somewhere he has the recorded match of what was our final was Blasian Persuasion and Bloody Reds. That was it looked like a professional DOA match you'd see at like PAX or London Expo or something like that.
Yeah, even though the lag was going on and going through the final match, like it had hiccups here and there, they were pulling off their combos, they were pulling off their combo throws. So the lag didn't really affect the match itself, and the match itself was still good despite any lag issues that popped up during the final match of the tournament.
Right.
And also Rident had hit the 360 end of the tournament. He's not here with us today due to, I think, the guys at Blitz Games in the UK.
Yes, they're having a party or something like that.
Right. So let's hope Rident has a good time out there and stays safe while he's out there with the guys at Blitz Games. But yeah, Rident had his 360 tournament. He had similar issues, from what I remember reading, in regards to the lobbies, the lag, and different things of that standpoint. And then, like you said, just a few days later, Monday or Tuesday, the patch comes out, and patch note: improved input lag and jerky animation exhibited by characters due to network conditions. Right after the tournament.
So we've already said that we're gonna have to try to organize another one of these because it was an insane amount of fun.
Yep.
Everyone was really good sports about it. I can't say enough about everyone that participated. There was everyone was good sports. People were going back in the lobbies. We had a live commentary of the match going on in the chat since we didn't have our mics on. We had live commentary of the match going on in the chat, and that was pretty cool as well.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I was hoping that we could have the mics on, but just in case it might have increased lag.
Right. Oh, I was so hoping to do like you and me just announce the fights. That would have been pretty fun.
Yeah, I would have enjoyed doing that. Just you and me just going back and forth and commentating over the fights and everything. That would have been fun to do.
definitely would have been worth it.
We just have to figure who'd be play-by-play and who'd be color commentary.
Hilarious. Well, clearly, since you know more about the intricacies of the system, you'd have to be play-by-play.
Okay.
Since you know what you're talking about.
Well, to some degree, I won't claim to know what I'm talking about for Dead or Alive. You know, I know some things about Dead or Alive, but I won't claim to know what I'm speaking about on that front. Now, Virtual Fighter, you get me on that, I will just recite move names. you have me commentating an Akira match, I'll just be reciting move names.
Oh, well, there you go. So we had the tournament. But before we had the tournament, in Japan, they released a demo of the character creator for Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires. And if you scour through our YouTube channel, you can see our own Lawrence did a quick run-through of it, and another TK family member, Dark Masamune, did a more in-depth view. His video is about 20 minutes long about everything you can do in the character creator. So shout outs to Dark Masamune, thank you for that. The demo is just you have free reign on the Creator Warrior system. You have all the default pieces, and you get to have one practice battle. I shouldn't say it's just a stage. It's just
a mock.
Yeah, it's just a stage where you can just test out the movesets, the voices, all of that.
Yeah, it's just a little mock battle for you to test the Creator Warrior and to test the different weapons, since they give you access to all the weapons in the game, except for Shahobaz.
Except the Siege Lance.
Yeah, except for the new Siege Lance. They didn't give you that, but they gave everything else. They even let you try the new EX moves and the Lightning Sword. Oh my god.
I thought it was broken in Excel. Oh no! I was wrong. I was horribly wrong.
If we don't rename or nickname Sumashur as Sephiroth, we're doing it wrong.
No, his EX is Sephiroth's first combo from Kingdom Hearts. That's exactly what it is.
Oh man, that lightning sword is amazing. I love how they changed it for Sumashur.
Yes, it is amazing. The one head scratcher I had, they gave Huang Gai the boat and Gan Ning the flail. I feel like that should be reversed.
Well, I think the main thing they were going for with that is Gan Ning. If I'm not mistaken, Gan Ning may have historically had a flail. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I remember Gan Ning had some sort of historical weapon, like a Morning Star or something, but I'm not sure.
You know what? You may actually be right.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to find if there's any, historical weapon to his name, or like anything that Romance gave him in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms games.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to look up that a little. But that being said, I think what they did was they realized that Gan Ning would be easier to remodel with the flail, because all they really need to remodel is like one or two moves,
right,
and make it so that they're not slashing, because his Muso is still the same.
Exactly the same.
Right, and Huang Gai, you give him the boat, you declone Shu Chu and him.
Which which was a good thing.
Yeah, you get to declone that, and he now has a more naval-based weapon other than an anchor. Like in Dynasty Warriors 3 through 5, he only had that iron rod. In Dynasty Warriors 6 isn't worth mentioning. It's just like that giant club.
That happens to be an anchor. Hold on, it's an anchor.
Did 6 have the anchor first?
6 had the anchor.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I thought he just had the club in 6.
Well, I have 6 Empires, and he has the anchor in 6 Empires.
Okay, I'll go with that then. I forgot that he had the anchor in 6. All right. Well, that being said, he then gets the anchor in 6, but the anchor was just a clone of Shu Chu's moveset. And that stood going into Dynasty Warriors 7 and kept going. And then with Empires, they decided, you know what, we made the Iron Boat, which is an obvious naval weapon. Let's give it to the naval commander of the Wu army.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I could see why they went with it for that. It's easier to declone 1 instead of 2. And Gan Ning, just all they needed to do was change, give him the flail moveset, and all of his Musos and everything still work. Whereas Huang Gai, they just had to redo the entire moveset. And that way they didn't have to declone Huang Gai some other way to make up for everyone else being decloned but him.
Right. Okay, that works.
Yeah, see.
But just going back to the Creator Warrior system, oh my. I know we said this before. They gave you 200 slots. You can actually make 200 legitimately unique creations.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Just the way you can adjust they go with the slider system. So all your facial details can be adjusted by sliders. Your body types can now be adjusted by sliders. They give you 10 different voices, is it? I think I counted 10. And you can
It's 10.
You can adjust the pitch with sliders. I was very impressed. Very, very impressed.
Yeah, it's very in-depth. The video I made goes over all the different options that you can do. It's about like 22 minutes, the vid. It goes over all the different options. You can edit the hair, you can edit the eyes, you can make 2 different eye tones. You can edit the face to look exactly how you want. You can edit the body to look even more how you want, with the arms being longer or the legs being longer. The different clothing, the weapon styles that you can give them. You can even edit the weapon styles now.
Yes.
By giving them one weapon style and then 2 Musos that have nothing to do with that weapon style. That
was actually something I was surprised about. Your weapon does not lock you into a certain Muso.
Yeah.
Like whatever you choose for your EX weapon to be. You can select any Muso that exists in the game. Your EX attacks, they're bound to the weapon. So if you select a spear, you can only use spear EX attacks. If you select Zhao Yun's spear, you can only use his EX attack, etc.
Right, but then if you wanted to, you could just give them 2 separate Musos that have nothing to do with each other or the weapon.
Right.
So I think they kind of did that for the Musos that didn't have anything to do with the weapons. Like, Zhu Rong's Muso is still the Fireball, but she doesn't use her new boomerang for that. So, stuff like that, they decided to not tie it to a weapon. I'm guessing, anyway, was their reason.
Right. And, I have to say one of my personal favorites. Deng Ai's armbar.
Oh, yeah. I love that Muso. When I first did it, I couldn't stop laughing.
I was like, wait, what is this? Did he just put him in an armbar? Armbars for everyone.
Yeah. I made sure to finish all my fights with Deng Ai with the armbar.
You have to.
That's the rule. If you have a character who has a grab, you need to finish their stage with that grab. For example, Huang Gai.
The Kiniku Buster.
Yeah, with the soldiers all chanting while you do it.
Yes.
That one was probably, as a joke Muso, that was probably one of my favorites. Just for the little touch of the soldiers chanting while you do the Kiniku Buster.
Yes.
But yeah, now you can make an officer who has the style that you want. Like, if you like Sumashiro's Lightning Sword, you can give them Sumashiro's Lightning Sword, and he can have the Kiniku Buster.
See, my fear in this is they showed you the functionality for the NPC or for the officer replace, because you can replace not just NPCs, you can actually replace unique characters. So if you want to make your own version of Guan Yu, you can actually make your own version of Guan Yu.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, you can replace anybody.
Oh wow, I didn't notice that.
In the demo, they show you how it works, but I don't think it actually worked in the demo. But because you can replace, I found Zhu Shu. You can replace him, and it'll say, "Cool, this is now Zhu Shu." but in the demo it didn't stick. But that is an actual function. You can replace unique officers if you want to make your own version of them.
Okay. Maybe you should try it with Shahal Duen and see if it sticks when he pops up.
Okay, I can try that. Because I remember on the Kuwait Warriors message board, they were saying that they found how to do it, but they didn't see if it worked in the demo or not.
Okay.
But one thing that we're saying is that is a feature, because the person that runs the actual SMuso6 Twitter account, that person, was warning everyone, when you get the game, if you replace a unique officer, like let's say Dong Zhuo, Yuan Shao, Lu Bu, and you do a scenario that has an event battle like Hulao Gate, the event battle will not trigger.
Ooh.
So they're saying, no, this is a feature. You can do it. Feel free to do it. We're just warning you. This is what's going to happen. And someone asked,
kind of sucks.
Well, someone asked me if they were going to patch that, and he said, well, it basically comes down to how they rendered the scenes for the event battles.
Oh yeah, it's rendered specifically for
Bingo.
Yuan Shao to be the ruler, Dong Zhuo to be the tyrant, Lu Bu to be the,
It's rendered for that character model.
Yeah, it's rendered for Lu Bu to be on red hair going, psst, yeah, okay, come at me, bro.
Right. So, but no, that is a feature they're promoting it. They're saying, yes, please do this. Just make sure you're careful if you do it. Like, if you really don't care that much about doing Hulao Gate, go forth and do it. Mm-hmm. I was just happy that he said they're bringing back the event battles from Empires 5.
Yeah.
Yellow Turban Rebellion, Hulao Gate, possibly Chibi, or Chiber, possibly Cao Cao and Yuan Shao. I'm forgetting it right now.
Guandu.
Yes. Possibly Yiling.
Possibly Hefei.
Oh, that would be fun.
You think they'd even go as far in the event battles as Jin? Because Jin didn't have too many.
That is actually one of the scenarios. One of the scenarios is the Rise of Jin.
Oh, nice. I do wonder what event battle they would even have for Jin. Because a lot of the stuff with Jin was internal strife.
Right.
Unless it's maybe Chengdu, maybe.
And that's what I was thinking. Isn't there final stage when Sima Shao meets Liu Shan for the first time? So that might be their event battle.
Okay, that could work. The first of the northern campaigns, or the first of Jiang Wei's northern campaigns. I should say.
That could also work.
Yeah, because Sun Xuan just is all comfortable in his little corner during all this, while Wu is going through its own internal turmoil.
Right. I like how.
So yeah.
Well, no, it's not a spoiler alert. Dynasty Warriors 7's been out for a year now.
Yeah, and not to mention that, but the story has been around for hundreds of years now.
Oh, okay, fair point. I like how Wu's story mode, they get the only happy ending, like out of all the story modes, but they go through the most like strife historically.
Yeah, I know. They cut Wu's story off like right before the bad stuff happens.
It's like, hey, remember the happy times? Good, because if we told you what happened next.
You remember how happy Sun Xuan was when he picked up Lian Shi and brought her to 4 different Wu officers? Well, good, because that's about as good as it's gonna get for this kingdom.
Yeah, really.
And then everything just goes right to hell for Wu.
It really goes to hell for everyone not named Sima Yi.
Even then, he gets his family gets his in the end.
Well, in the end,
because the ending goes over that.
Right.
It mentions that even the Suma clan was all screwed up by the end of it all. But yeah, with Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires, I'm really thinking of making different like some of the rulers who are NPCs. I'm thinking of making some officers for them, like He Jin, Liu Biao, Ding Yuan, characters like that, or even Sima Yan if he's available, as make him this emperor-looking guy.
Hey, the best part, if he's not an NPC, you can make him anyways.
Yep. Could do that. That's what I wound up doing with Six Empires a little. I made like an officer or two that wasn't there, and I just said, why not just make them?
Right. So I know Koei Warriors has already started talking about making a quote unquote official roster.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
So I'm thinking if they're handling that, maybe we can either put our own twist on and start making like maybe our own favorites for the TK family to jump in on.
Oh, like some of our favorite character designs or favorite NPCs that we want to replace.
Favorite NPCs we want to replace, because I already have it in my head. Guanxing, Zhang Bao, they're getting replaced.
Crap, you took mine.
Haha. You got to replace Yujin and Yuejin.
See, I was thinking that, but I think it was Yuejin. He is such a pain in the ass at Fawn Castle. He turns into such a coward.
Really?
I could have sworn it was either Yuejin or Yujin that is just a downright coward by the time Fawn Castle rolls around. Like, I remember reading it and hating one of those two. I forgot which one it was. But, you know, he's one of Wei's 5 generals. And if I'm not mistaken, he completely tries to avoid the fight at Fawn Castle with Guan Yu.
Well, he's also smart.
Well, yeah, but you have Xu Huang, who took the duel willingly.
Yeah, how'd that work out for Xu Huang?
Guan Yu wound up dead. Just saying, Guan Yu wound up captured by the end of this.
By the end of this.
Yes, but Xu Huang still dueled Guan Yu.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying. You know, instead, at a time of war, he goes, I'm not fighting this guy. I forgot. I gotta look it up now. Because now it's in my head. Which one was it?
See, guess what? I'm not mad at him. The man is nicknamed the God of War, and we just killed one of his sons. You know what? No, you can have the duel. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, look what happens to Pang De, for God's sake.
Okay, hold on. I will give it to Pang De. He is a G. He showed up with a coffin and said, "By the end of this, one of us goes in."
Yeah, pretty much. He just brings the coffin and says, all right, it's either you or me.
Guan Yu says, elected.
It's like, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could arrange that. Oh, man. So if you can't tell, I'm excited about Empires. I am highly, highly tempted to import. Highly tempted.
Oh, back to the topic with Yujin or Yuejin. It was Yujin. Yujin was sent with Pang De to go after Guan Yu. And Pang De, both of them were, I think, were captured, or they were making their stand there. And when Guan Yu arrived, Yujin surrendered, but Pang De refused, so he was captured and was executed. So Cao Cao grieved over the fact that Pang De had more courage than Yujin, when he knew Yujin since the start of his reign. So there you go.
Yeah, I can't co-sign that. Yeah, you're right. I can't co-sign that.
Yeah, it was already a lost cause. Yujin just surrendered. You're a coward, and just went, all right, kill me. Pang De played Zhang Liao while Yujin played Lu Bu.
I was just about to say, where have I seen this before?
Yeah.
Although, hold on, for what it's worth, Lu Bu got killed more or less for being Lu Bu, not for saying spare me. I'm pretty sure he would have got killed anyways, just because you can't trust him.
Yeah, that is the reason why he got killed. Cao Cao was actually thinking of probably recruiting him if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, because that's worked out for everybody else.
Yeah, Liu Bei had to remind him.
True statement. That, you know what, you are right. Liu Bei was the one that said, hey man, I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like, Cao Cao was even going, what do you think, Liu Bei? And Liu Bei just goes, oh, I think that's a great idea for the guy who's betrayed his own father and stepfather twice.
Point taken.
And yeah, Sasuke was like, okay, all for the set.
The one thing I was disappointed, they didn't have the Nyan Nobunaga costume in the demo. That was my one disappointment.
I forgot the name. Nobunyanga.
There we go.
That was it. Nobunyanga.
Complete with cat noises.
That thing is complete with cat noises too.
If you have the helmet equipped, all of your
oh my god.
all of your attacks have a meow after them or a nyan after.
Oh wow. I think they made that a pre-order bonus in Japan, meaning we might not ever see it.
I hope we see it.
But you know what, we might, because if the servers are worldwide, we would have to see it.
We should.
In case
I remember. Oh, what was it? Because they actually addressed this. They said it's pre-order for them. I think we get it. We just don't get to pre-order it.
Okay.
It comes with
cool.
The 6 Zhao Yun outfit and the 6 Diao Chan outfit.
Sweet. Because I was wondering about that. Because if the servers are worldwide, then we'd have to see the outfits before, in regards to the download character uploading.
Right.
Since you can upload the characters, if we're going to be able to upload the characters with consistency, then we have to see the same DLC.
You're right. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm excited. The other major thing we're doing during TK Day, Lawrence finally took the plunge and he picked up One Piece Pirate Warriors.
Yes, I did.
All right, what do you think so far?
So far, I am absolutely loving One Piece Pirate Warriors. I feel that some of the things that they did in One Piece Pirate Warriors, between the way they manage the combos and how stylish it looks, I do feel that they need to take a cue from it and use something like that in their other games. Some of the style and some of the combos and everything that they did for it. The storytelling in One Piece Pirate Warriors is nice so far. It gives you like a brief synopsis of each episode as you go into it, and it really plays out like part of the anime. And it's almost impressive to see how they captured the story. Like, I caught early on in the story, you play Luffy after, Nami tells him about Arlong and what Arlong did to the family, and Luffy caught wind of it. And seeing Luffy just go into a rage with Zoro and Sanji, just pretty much my jaw hit the floor and went, oh, this is going to be so great to play this.
Oh, best quick time event ever. Punch Arlong in the face.
I like how calm Luffy was when he did it, too. It was like, who are you? Luffy. What are you? Pirate? Oh, so what do you want? Punch.
You made my navigator cry. We would have. Side note. Avengers. One of my favorite Avengers moments of all time is when they're fighting Ultron, and they all show up, and then Thor is like, Ultron, we would have words with you. Luffy essentially goes up to Arlong and is like, we would have words with you.
Yeah. Basically. Right now, I absolutely love what they did with the One Piece Pirate Warriors. It feels like Dynasty Warriors with an anime coat over it. That the best way I can put it is like Dynasty Warriors mixed with Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. That's how it feels to me. That's
actually accurate.
Hack and slash. It has the Dynasty Warriors hack and slash and the boss fights with the quick time events. It feels like a good mix of anime.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes. It is an impressive mix. One thing I do like though, that it differs from Naruto. You don't have to do the quick time events to finish off the boss.
Right. But they're always cool.
They're cool. I will say though, they help immensely.
Yes. Oh yes. Like some of them take off like 1/3 of their health like in one go.
I was like, oh, thank you. I needed this.
Yeah, especially back to the fight I mentioned with Arlong when he started. That was helpful to get that 1/3 out just like that with one quick time event.
Yeah. So I just finished the main story today. So it's very nice. I like the way how like you said, the combos and how that flows. Everybody has different combos. Everybody plays differently. And And they really just do. You can tell Oda had his hand in crafting how they told the story.
Yeah, you can easily see that.
Uh,
If I'm not mistaken, Oda was even so impressed with how the characters looked and reacted in the game that when they asked him to make the cover art for the European and Japanese version, he turned it down.
yes.
Because he was so impressed with their work that he wanted them to let their work shine.
That is a true statement. That is exactly what happened. They approached him to do the cover art, and he said, "No, let those guys do it. They have captured the essence of what I do." So.
Yeah, and that's how you know you did it right, when the author puts his stamp of approval on what you just did.
Exactly.
Although some people would make the argument now that, Oda's stamp of approval isn't always a good thing. Avril Lavigne in the new One Piece movie.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Flag on the play. What?
Okay, I guess there is no way to shorten the long story, so I'll just go to the long story. Apparently, Eiichiro Oda is an Avril Lavigne fan, and Oda has picked the English dub cast for One Piece. He's picked the voices for One Piece in general. So for the One Piece movie, he wanted to have Avril Lavigne perform a cover of How You Remind Me from Nickelback. And when Avril Lavigne said yes, Oda wrote a personal thank you letter to Avril Lavigne, who happens to be a fan of One Piece. So as return for him actually writing her to say thank you, she offered her cover of Bad Reputation from Joan Jett to Oda because Oda felt that the song Bad Reputation fits the One Piece theme to a T, and that's one of his favorite songs. So because of this, Avril Lavigne will be featured in the One Piece movie that's coming out in Japan soon. So Oda actually gave his stamp of approval and even got a little extra from Avril Lavigne for, this whole thing.
All right, so Oda has horrible taste in music because he likes Nickelback as well.
Hey, to be fair, Nickelback, I'll defend Nickelback here. Nickelback is like any other band. They have good songs and they have bad songs. The problem is their good is fantastic and their bad is horrendous.
I will give you that. Their bad songs are horrid. Their good songs are pretty good, but I would say the bad far outweighs the good.
Yes. Like, for Nickelback's good, When We Stand Together and Saving Me, those are fantastic songs. But their bad is, what's that sad excuse of a love song they made? I won't get into it, but that song...
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. In high school. Oh, I know
Yes.
exactly what you're talking about. Oh, that was horrible. I think that's what started my Nickelback hatred.
I think that started everyone's Nickelback hatred, and quite frankly, I don't blame people. But that's what I mean. Their good is great. Their bad is horrendous. So, How You Remind Me is kind of... I would say it's in the good area. It's not a bad song, How You Remind Me. So... That being said, I will defend Nickelback on that. I do think they get a lot of undeserved flack in regards to their music.
All right, that's valid. But yeah, wow. You know what? Everyone makes mistakes. Oda's too.
I heard Avril Lavigne's cover of Bad Reputation. I will say that I didn't turn it off midway, so that's a plus. It's not bad. Obviously, it's not Joan Jett, but it's not bad as a cover. So I will give it that. Avril Lavigne's cover of Bad Reputation.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had that. At some point, you have to try the co-op or the online, because that gives you more of the traditional Dynasty Warriors experience.
Okay, yeah. I've been doing more of the story mode stuff and just going through that as it is. So, but we will have to try out the co-op stuff and see how that goes.
Like I said, because that's what really shines is like a Dynasty Warriors game.
Yes, yeah. And for those wondering, since I was complaining about this 2 weeks ago about my space issues, if you were following my Twitter, then you would know that yes, I did get a PS3, pretty much just for these games.
Yep.
I upgraded to a 250 gigabyte. So Yeah. This is to prepare me for the digital game influx.
My fear is that we're moving towards an all, because I'm noticing Gearbox is starting to do digital releases, digital same day releases. 2K is starting to do same day digital re-releases. So my fear is that eventually they're going to say, we can save some money by just skipping the disc altogether.
I fear that too, and I don't want that. I like having the disc. It called me sentimentality. I like having the disc. I like having the hard copy. I hate that the manuals are disappearing.
Yep.
I hate that. I legitimately open up the games, and I can see when the games start less and less including manuals. Like, I could open up Street Fighter 4 from 2009, and it'll be this thick, like, 50-page manual. Of just English. There's no other side to it. So it's just 50 pages of just the manual. And then I'd open up a game from, let's say, Mortal Kombat from 2011. And it's just a 4-page pamphlet. So it's kind of disheartening to see. But if they do both, I don't mind digital and physical. But if they just go to just digital, then that'd be kind of sad for me.
Well, yeah.
And I don't see it working.
Eventually, someone's going to say we can save money on the discs.
Yeah, right.
So,
I would argue what people would say about. I would argue what people would say about that is true. Because I've seen posts on forums where some people would say, if you're saving money on production, then why is the game still $60?
Because you're paying for it.
Yeah, because people make the argument still that if the games are $60 because it's all the packaging and everything with it. If you're taking that away, why is the game still $60?
Well, we know the real answer for why is the game still $60, because you pay for it.
Because you pay for it, and because they're making the game. But that's just what I can see off of. I can understand that sentiment from it, at least. But yeah, and from Tecmo Koei's front, they already kind of shifted toward a digital only format, as much as I hate it. Where, because they're not releasing the games with English dubs anymore, right, for the most part.
And Sony, that's more of a Sony rule thing. Sony's rule is no English voice track, no disc.
Yeah, no English voice track, no disc. I don't know when they started that.
I want to say 2009 or 2010.
It'd have to be 2010, 2011, because Yakuza 4 is on disc.
That's right. So it had to. I was trying to. That's actually what I was using for my barometer. I was like, when did Yakuza 4 come out?
Hold on. I have my disc right here for Yakuza 4. Copyright is on. Are you kidding me? This thing doesn't have the copyright date on it. Oh, well, that's inconvenient.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'm trying to find the copyright date on this. Oh, it has a manual.
But yeah, that's like I said, that's more of a Sony thing.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but it just I don't know. From that standpoint alone, and then like I said, Tecmo Koei not doing English dub, then it really just if I'm gonna get any more Tecmo Koei games in general, like I know just games, I would use it for other games to just keep them on the PS3 now that I have more room. But in order for me to keep up with the Tecmo Koei stuff, like Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires in February, the One Piece Pirate Warriors just now, and Warriors Orochi as it gets more and more DLC, which I think it's on its final run.
Right.
I needed to get the upgrade. So I caved and I got a Super Slim, as it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by the way, the reports of it being flimsy are highly exaggerated. It's not as flimsy as the reviews or the reports were saying. Because a lot of people were saying the disc cover was too flimsy. It's not that flimsy.
No, okay. All right, that works.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up the Yakuza 4 release. I'll just go on Wiki.
That'll always work.
Yeah, because for some reason it doesn't have a copyright year on the book. It has the trademarks, but not the year.
All right. Well, yeah, there's that. All I would say overall, I think our TK day it went very well. We had a lot of different activities going on, but the main thing we wanted to accomplish, and we did accomplish, we got the community together. We got people playing together. We got people to meet new people. We got to, I guess, expand the family. And really, that's what it's all about.
Side note: the policy for PlayStation's Japanese voice has to be digital only release.
Yes.
It had to have been within the last year. Yakuza 4 came out 2011.
Oh wow!
So this is something that's legitimately new that games are going through with Way of the Samurai 4 and Warriors Orochi, One Piece, and now Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires.
Okay.
Okay, so that's within the last year, just to clarify.
Okay.
All right, so...
And now I know.
Annoying is half the battle.
And we've come full circle. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for us here. As always, we thank you guys for hanging out with us. If you stick around for a little bit after we all sign off, there'll be a bonus clip of where we talk about Mario and my long-standing theory that Mario is indeed the villain of the Mario Brothers series. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that part got recorded. I think that's the only part of our pre-conversation that I can actually show. But
yes, indeed it is. Just that part, and then we'll go from there.
Yes. So yeah, stick around a little bit after we all sign off. You'll have a treat. As always, we thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
All right, everybody. Later.
See you later.
Take care, everyone. No, I have a long-standing theory. Mario is the villain of the Mario Brothers franchise. Here it is. The Mushroom Kingdom isn't some, fun-loving kingdom. They're holding Princess Toadstool hostage. And they've been at war with the Koopas because she's their rightful queen. Why else would she keep going with Bowser willingly? And what was it? Super Mario Sunshine? Bowser Jr. says, Princess Peach is my mother. And Princess Peach is like, oh yeah, that did happen that one time.
Wait, hold up. Push ball.
Oh no. One of the funniest scenes in Mario Sunshine is Bowser Jr. going, Mommy, to Toadstool, and Toadstool or Peach, and Peach is like, oh yeah.
Are you serious? I did not play Mario Sunshine that far.
So clearly.
I stopped at the halfway.
So
that
clearly.
Happened?
Princess Peach is the princess of the Koopa Kingdom. And the Mushroom Kingdom has hired this mercenary Mario to invade the Koopa Kingdom, conquering all these castles. You notice our princess is in another castle. They knew that the princess wasn't in that castle. They just wanted to get their own land back. It wasn't to rescue the princess. It's a land war. They're using Mario to fight their wars for them, to restore the princess to their kingdom so she can be held hostage again.
I don't normally swear, but that's some bullshit. I'm stuck on Bowser Jr. right now. I'm still mind blown on that one.
Just don't think about it.
It's been 10 years since It's been 10 years since I played Sunshine. Well, maybe Foxconn thought the children had Koopa durability. I don't know.
Well, clearly they thought they were hiring Koopalings and Koopa Kids and Bowser Juniors. They're durable. You can throw them in lava. They're fine. Hold on. Which reminds me.
they thought they hired Link. Just play a flute and he'll go forward 7 years and everything will be fine.
Hold on. How is no one freaked out over the final boss of Super Mario Brothers Wii? What the hell, Nintendo?
What did they
Dry
do?
Bones Bowser? Like,
What?
Bowser gets dumped in lava, and then when he comes out, he's a skeleton.
Oh, that's
Like, I was like, what? The McFizz? Run. No, just run. Just run.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that one.
I was just like, what the? This is terrifying.
I'm looking up a picture of it. Oh, my God.
Exactly.
Wow. That actually, for Bowser, that actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and slightly terrifying.
Creepy. Yeah, it's terrifying, but it looks cool. Especially the fan-made art for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like a fan-made Giga Dry
See,
Bones
that's what
Bowser.
we need. Smash Brothers U, or Smash Brothers Wii U, or whatever they're going to call it. We need Dry Bones Bowser to be a final boss.
Yeah, wow. That actually does look creepy for Bowser. Though I still maintain Giga Bowser is just, in my opinion, Giga Bowser blows that one away. Because Giga Bowser legitimately was like, whoa, what the frick when I first saw it.
I have to admit, when I found it by accident playing Smash Brothers. And when I did find it, I was just like, oh, no. And apparently Dry Bones Bowser is canon.
Found him on...
Like, there's no more regular Bowser.
Are you... Whoa, wow. That is,
So we just killed Bowser?
Yeah. See, I try to avoid the pun, but there's no other way around it for me. That's a bit of a shell shock. And I mean that with trying to avoid the pun. That's
because he shows up in Super Mario Land 3D, the Super Mario 3D Land. He shows up in New Super Mario Brothers 2.
And he's in Mario Kart Wii.
Oh, so this is a canon thing that happened. All right, we just killed Bowser, guys.
Wow. And he's in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. Both a regular version of Bowser and
so it's
Dry
not just
Bowser.
a special one-time thing. It's a nope. We did this.
We did this, so stick with it. Yeah, here we go. Trivia. Bowser has previously been seen falling in lava in Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels without showing his apparent demise. Duh. In Super Mario 64 and New Super Mario Bros. Wii, however, Bowser wasn't affected when falling in lava. Additionally, in Super Mario RPG, Bowser comments that he loves the smell of lava in his castle. In New Super Mario Bros., I have that one. If the player uses the warp cannon that leads to World 5, found in World 1, before taking on the castle, Bowser's demise will be unexplained as he was never seen falling into the lava, yet he still is in his Dry Bowser form in the first World 8 castle.
Well, all right then.
Oh, interesting. They keep describing his roar as something more terrifying. Is it really that big of a difference?
The appearance is what gets me, because it's like, oh my god, we actually just killed Bowser. Like, legitimately this time.
Yeah, and Bowser is not supposed to be affected by lava. I mean, you throw him in the lava in Super Mario 64, he just jumps out.
He's just like, yeah, that was cute.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that was good. Now throw me on a bomb next time.
Oh, well. With that,